Hello, Pisces. It is time for your January 2025 reading. We're going to start off, as usual, with an oracle card to see what your primary theme or energy is for the month. And you have story time. It's time to share your experiences, time to share the things that you experience with someone else. It may not seem like it, but what you've been through, the things that you've learned through life, the way you did things, or what you learned, as you experienced, is going to be very valuable information to someone that you know. They need this. Could be like a reality check or just reassurance that if they keep going, they will reach their goal. That now is not the time to give up. They need to keep going. They need to keep trying. If something isn't working, then that just means that wasn't the right thing. It's just time to try something else. And you have some experience in this area that you can share with them, a real life example, if you will. It's time to share your story. Right? Now, let's see what your tarot cards have. We have the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the Death card. So, a transformative experience, and this experience itself may also be transformative. That I'm getting that off the Death card. And then we have two court cards here, and court cards can indicate other people. Sometimes they are. You will know once I get into the reading itself of the individual cards. But these are people that may have a unique influence on you, or may have advice for you, or there's somebody that are going to influence you in some way as you're going through this month. And then we also have Pentacles, and we have another major arcana card, the Magician, which is all about telling you, you have what it takes. You do. It's within you. Share it. All right, so let's get into the individual cards now. We're starting off here with the King of Pentacles. So King energy is more masculine energy. It's more directive, more outgoing. There's also it's also the King, which means it's somebody who's very much in charge, very comfortable in a leadership position. This is also somebody who is the expert, right? People look up to them. People look to them for direction, for guidance. And Pentacles is an earth element. So this King and Pentacle energy in general is kind of a slower, more relaxed energy, slower moving, taking your time. So he's laid back and chill kind of vibe. Instead of always chasing things, he's comfortable where he's at. He knows, again, he's the expert at what he does. He knows what he's talking about. This is somebody you can go to for advice around finances, purchasing a home, investments, things like that. So this may be a financial advisor, or maybe somebody you know who's just very good at investing or saving up for things, or coming up with a plan for the future. Long term. They're not short term people. This is a long term thing for them. So longer term investments, excuse me, including buying a house, advice on what to think of, what to look for, what to consider, where maybe you should look, helping you come up with your budget, all of that stuff. This is somebody who can help you with that. They're, again, very confident, very secure people. Maybe hard if it's somebody you're trying to book an appointment with. You may get lucky and they happen to have an opening. If so, seize that opportunity and hang out with them and get their advice. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, part of what you're seeking advice from for them may be investing in something for the future. How would they go about financing? How would they go about starting a business? How would they go about planning to transition maybe from a 9 to 5 to something that's more creative? Maybe you want to be a writer with that Storytime card too. The Six of Pentacles itself is about sharing, about reciprocity. It can also be about charity. But there needs to be an exchange on both sides for there to be benefit to both sides. So this could be somebody donating to a charity, and in return they get that tax receipt, or they get something else out of it. Maybe a card, maybe a special thank you gift or something like that for donating a sizable amount, or something that's significant and beneficial for multiple people. This could also be, again, sharing your story to help somebody else figure out how to handle a situation that they're currently involved in. That could significantly impact somebody else's life. And it's simple, it's free, and both sides get something out of it. You get to share your experience. You get to leverage what you've learned throughout the years. And you get to, it's not necessarily, it's an altruistic thing. There's no desire to necessarily to get something out of it. There is just a desire to help in this. And this person needs the help. They need some encouraging words. They need some inspiration, which is something you can provide. So you get the benefit of using your life experience to help someone who needs or is in a similar situation that maybe you were once in. So that's what this feels like to me for you. And then we have the Magician, Major Arcana card, first card in the Major Arcana, first card, first entity, if you will, that the Fool meets on their journey. And the Magician just wants you to know you have the connections, you have the information, you have the tools, you have all the things you need to create the life that you want, to build what it is you want, to share what it is you want. You do have something of value to offer. Even though maybe you're not seeing it right now, maybe you're the one who needs to go to a story time. Maybe you're the one who needs to go to a community event, or maybe a leader who has similar experiences is just sharing their life story. Maybe that's what's needed here for you. But you have more than you know. You have the drive. You have, again, the connections, the tools, the information. You just need to use them. And as soon as you're ready, things will start moving. Things will start progressing, maybe even quicker than you expected, as soon as you put your own energy into it and make it happen. As soon as you start telling your story and sharing that part of yourself. And then we have the Queen of Wands here. Now, again, it's still leadership energy. This is somebody that people look up to, are inspired by. But it's feminine, so it's a little bit softer, a little bit more receptive energy. But still a boss. The Wands, this is very passionate. They are passionate about what they do. They're not laid back. They're more very active. They have a more active energy, if you will. They seem to maybe always be moving, or at least it seems like there's something going on. They have, again, that active energy feeling. This could be somebody who is like a coach. This could be somebody who is very creative too. Possibly they own their own business potentially. Maybe they are inspiring you. Maybe this is the person you need to hear the story from, or exchange story time with, because you admire them, you look up to them, you want to do that with your life, but you're not sure how to make that transition. This is somebody you could go to for that advice, for, again, that story time. They're also going to be very enthusiastic. They believe passionately, so they will share passionately about what they're doing. They could be a huge cheerleader, and they will always encourage you to go after your dream. Because from their perspective, if you don't try, you don't know. Even if you try and fail, now you know. The goal here is to figure it out. And that's what they're about. So definitely an inspiring person for you to work with, possibly a coach, maybe even a life coach or a business coach of some type. This person can help you come up with the plan and the practical kind of things of it. This person's going to be like, yeah, let's try it. I did it this way. They can say, well, maybe, yeah, you could do that. Do you have the resources needed to do that? They're like, just seize the opportunity. This is what I did. Maybe that can inspire you to do something similar or figure out what works for you. That kind of energy. And then we have the Death card here at the end. So the Death card is not literally about death. It is about a metaphorical death. So this is an evolution for you in this month where you're transitioning maybe from a 9-to-5 type of persona or belief that that's what you need to do and that's the only way that you can support yourself or the things that you want to do, and evolving into somebody who is more proactive and more curious about trying other things, about expanding their horizons. Maybe this is even all about not necessarily going into your own business, but changing careers into something that you are passionate about, that you really believe in. And once you start putting those things in motion to make that switch, it's the end of one cycle and the beginning of something new for you. So you are ending one part of your life and birthing a new part of your life. So transformation, death and rebirth, that type of thing. That's the energy I'm getting here. But it's definitely a transitional month there. That's the word that wants to come through the most. It's a transitional month for you. And you're going to need to be sharing your story with others to inspire them to get to where you are now, while at the same time, you're listening to the story of someone else to get you now where you want to go next. All right, Pisces, that is what I have for you for your January reading. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below. The YouTube algorithm likes that, and I like reading the comments too. And most of all, please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.